guys, so I just had to call my leasing office for the first time ever because my driveway was being blocked and I'm sick of it. So let me show you the car. You can see that car. Now, it looks deceiving because it looks like I could get out in between the back of the car and that pillar, but that's actually not possible. In fact, I scraped my car really bad trying to do that one time. The way my garage is, I have to keep going straight back, so I cannot get out of my driveway. As you can see, I'd have to go straight back because of the window on this side. I can't really turn, make the sharp turn to like drive out between there, so they are blocking my driveway once again. This time I actually think it's their neighbors, but I looked and they're actually, I think they can get out, but they're almost blocking, the front of the car is almost blocking my other neighbor's driveway. Their driveway's wide open and their garage is wide open. Like there's no cars in either. And there's room in front of their driveway. And instead they just park in front of mine. And they don't even try to not block my driveway. I mean, they had to know they were blocking it and what, just not care? So stay tuned. Hey guys, so today is Sunday and I realized that I never followed up yesterday with what happened after I called and reported the car that was blocking my driveway. So basically I've always avoided calling because I didn't want to be afraid to have them say something to me or to come home every time if they were out and then being upset with me knowing I was the one who called, which I realized is silly because if they're illegally parking, then they should expect that someone's eventually gonna call and have their car moved. Well, for me, the final straw yesterday was when I realized they were completely on my property blocking me. It wasn't even a little bit on their side of the driveway. They were strictly in front of my front door and my driveway, 100% on my property. And I don't know if I said this when I was filming it, but they had to know they were blocking me. I mean, they were on my side. So if they're bold enough, because I called my mom and dad and my sister was there and I was telling them, and my dad has always encouraged me, call. If they're illegally parked, you should not be ashamed to call. You pay a lot of money to live there, which I totally agree with. I've always been afraid. But like they said, if they're bold enough to park like that and completely block my driveway, then they can't get upset if I called. So right away, someone from the leasing office was out there within 5 minutes of me calling. And I was watching, of course, and I saw while he was looking around the car, a black car pulled up and was talking to him, and then that car left. Well, the car blocking me was parked there for another 35 or 40 minutes. I kept checking it, of course, and at one time when I was checking, I saw that same black car come back. Here, it's my neighbor's car. They hadn't left their driveway, which is next door to me, so I don't know where their car had been parked, probably in someone else's driveway. And apparently they had seen the leasing office guy looking at their car and probably told him, oh, that's our car, we'll move it. But they waited 35 or 40 minutes to move it, which I feel like was sort of probably to make a point, and that annoys me, but whatever. And it just, I don't know, it just really bothers me because even if they would have had the car towed, it would have taken at least a half hour. And that is not on my leasing office because like I said, they have been buckling down on all of this for a really long time because I guess it's happening all over. And they were out here within 5 minutes and, you know, they were proactive about figuring out whose it was and stuff. But even if it would have had to have been towed, it would have taken at least, 30 minutes. And had I been going to work yesterday, I would have completely been late because I always check before I leave, but I realize I'm not checking with enough time because I usually check 15 or 20 minutes before I have to go to work if I remember to check. But this took altogether about 45 minutes to an hour from when I called until when the car was moved. And then today I just came home from church, and as I was pulling in, their car was stinking, blocking my driveway again. It's like, Are you kidding me? Now, at least this time, it was just the very tail end of it, and I didn't think I could fit, but I did attempt to turn in and try to park, just for one, just because I didn't want to have to tell them to move their car, and two, I wanted them to see that I was trying. But as I turned in, I realized that I couldn't, there was no way I could. And but I don't know if I already said this or not, but this time it was half in front of their driveway and then half in mine, so they still had to know they were blocking it, but at least they weren't on my side of the property. And he was actually, it's a woman who lives there, but it was a guy who was outside. So he saw me pull up, and I kind of waved my hand out the window and said, I need you to move your car forward, please. I can't get in. You know, I said it really nice, and I was like, sorry, I can't get in. And I'm like, why am I apologizing? And I was going to go out and thank him, but then I just closed my garage and didn't, because it's like, no. But he had a bunch of stuff outside, so that means he's either moving in or maybe she's moving out. I'm hoping so, because they had lamps outside and chairs, so I don't know what that means. And I will say, like, he didn't roll his eyes or anything. Like, I think he kind of, before I waved, he kind of saw that I couldn't get in and was watching me to see if I was gonna try to keep going in. So as soon as I said something, he got in the car and moved it. So at least, you know, he didn't roll his eyes or anything, which that's probably good, because I would have picked up my bag of Taco Bell and probably thrown it at him. No, I wouldn't do that to Taco Bell, but I would have not been happy. So anyway, I went to church today, and then I actually stopped in Home Goods afterwards, because on Tuesday I'm gonna go visit my aunt and my uncle and my cousin, who live about 2 hours away in Gainesville. And this is sort of my Christmas visit, so I wanted to stop at Home Goods and get them something for Christmas. And then I wanted to get some lunch, so I know this will be a huge shock to everyone to hear that I got Taco Bell. It is not my fault that Taco Bell is right across the street from me, literally, and that I happen to love it. So I blame Taco Bell for its amazing location. And I am really scared because now they're delivering through Grubhub, and I have Uber Eats. I don't have the Grubhub app, and I'm actually kind of afraid to get it because, oh my gosh, if they could deliver, whole new game changer for Taco Bell for me. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up some laundry. I want to actually start on my Christmas cards. I would love to get them out this week. I don't have that many people that I have to send out cards to, about 20 people I send, so I would love to work on those tomorrow, but I'm just gonna relax, maybe watch a little TV, and I hope you guys have a good day. Hey guys, today is Monday, and I have had a really good day off. I feel very accomplished because I finally folded the huge pile of laundry that was in my living room. My least favorite chore out of everything is folding laundry. I don't know why I hate it so much, but I do, and it usually takes me a long time to fold laundry, but I got that all tackled today. I'm about to make dinner right now. For dinner, I am making tilapia with broccoli, and it has a Parmesan, garlic, lemon seasoning or crust or whatever on top of it with some quinoa. And then I go to my aunt and uncles tomorrow and my cousins to see them. And I actually will be going to work a day earlier. Originally, I was supposed to go back to work on Thursday, but I moved my trip up a day because I am going up to Ohio again on Saturday. I am really excited to go to Ohio. First of all, we're going to be celebrating my dad and my sister's birthday, but also it is my annual shopping day, Christmas shopping day. Every single year, my good friend Julie and I, we go out Christmas shopping. I usually start and finish all of my shopping for the year because I found that it's a lot easier just to buy it all in Ohio instead of buying it here in Florida and trying to ship it all home. We've been doing this for probably 6 to 10 years. We don't know exactly when we started it, but it is always so much fun. I have almost always gotten everything done that I needed. I've always had luck, but of course we are really, really organized. I have a notebook I use every year with everyone's name in it and who I need to buy for and where I want to look for them for those gifts at each store. And it is such a fun day. Now we're out all day, but we also go to dinner, we see a movie, and it's one of my favorite days of the whole year. So that is this coming Monday, or a week from today, I guess, and I am so excited to do that. I'll probably try to vlog a little bit on that day, just because, like I said, it is one of my favorite days of the year, and I always get all my Christmas shopping done. So it's also a day that I feel like I really get huge accomplishments and tasks off my to-do list done. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner. I'm gonna work on my Christmas cards, watch a little TV, and I will get back on here a little bit later. I hope you guys are having a good Monday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Good morning. Today is Tuesday. I just finished getting ready, and I will be heading up to Gainesville soon to spend the day. And I will, on my way, drop off all my Christmas cards into the mailbox. I'm so glad I got those done last night. So this morning, though, I got a text from my good neighbor, and I realized I've complained a lot about my neighbors, but it's really not that bad living here at all. And I do have one neighbor who I absolutely adore. She's a sweetheart. She actually had borrowed my stepladder and was returning it, so she texted me this morning to let me know. But it's funny because the way her and I met is she is an ER nurse and came home one evening after a long day at work, and there was a bicycle parked right in the middle of her driveway, preventing her from pulling into her garage. So she actually rang my doorbell and asked if I knew who it belonged to, and that was how we met. But she is an awesome neighbor because she knows that I travel for a living, so she will get packages off my front door and keep them safe in her apartment. Whenever I ask her to, or if she sees them, she'll always text me and let me know, hey, you have boxes outside, do you want me to grab them for you? And there's been a couple times I've been able to return the favor to her when she's had a long day at work, but she is an awesome neighbor, and I'm so thankful for her. And actually, the people who blocked me the other day before them was a girl named Sharon, and she was an absolute doll. She actually now lives in Oklahoma City. I was able to visit her on a layover once, so I have had some really good neighbors. Okay, so for the third time in 4 days, they were blocking me again. However, this time it turned out that it was not them. Apparently they did move out. It was the carpet cleaners or something, and thankfully I didn't have to knock on the door to ask them to move the car, because he actually was finishing up and came down right at the same time I was leaving. But yeah, so apparently they did move out, so I no longer have to worry about them blocking me, because when I opened my garage today and saw that van there, it was like, well guys, that pretty much wraps up another day. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I had a great set of days off. I especially enjoyed today getting to see my family, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope everyone has a great rest of your week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.
Tell me where in the world is Surfing San Diego? Tell me where can the weather? Oh, tell me where can she be? From Swan to Thailand, Amsterdam, Mali, to Bali, oh.